to President William Samuel Ruto, doomed if you do change your style of governance, doomed if you don't. Your downfall is redeemably impossible. And to my Luo brothers and sisters, you must stop pretending that you are more clever than the late Tom Boyer. Listen, all the telltale signs are currently substantiating that President William Samuel Ruto is likely to be a one-term president. And for President William Samuel Ruto to go home come 2027, then first, Kenyans must first destroy the ODM party in totality, leaving it as a party strictly confined to Raila's Luo Nyanza backyard. President William Samoei Ruto's downfall greatly reminds me of Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger on his final days in power. And I'm saying this because I remember pretty well. It was on May 1997 when the man whose image was akin to God in his own country, a man whose 30 years tyrannical rule was a theater of absurd and licentiousness, he left his capital, Kinshasa, accompanied by not only 123 high-end vehicles, but also within them included over 45 military armored vehicles. Mobutu Sese Seko left Kinshasa, the capital of Congo, for the airport in a nostalgic twist of memories of a country whose mineral resources he had previously robbed, he had previously raided, and not only that, he went a notch higher to open them for foreign agents' exploitation, leaving his people of Congo as paupers, leaving them very illiterate with only beautiful European design cathedrals. But making matters worse, he had not built any school nor even hospitals. And up to date, Zaire is among the countries with the least literacy levels on earth. Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger, had all the media houses run his image falling from the heaven before any broadcast will be aired to the people of Congo. And this, I strongly believe, was just to signify his return on earth to communicate what God had told him, so that he will pass the message to the poor mortals of the Congos. But that aside, Mobutu left. He hit the road, drove slowly amid gunshots and raider bombs of Laurent Joseph Kabila, who was advancing his armies in the city of Kinshasa. All said and done, Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger, left the country. And what is funny or unfunny enough is that to where he left, he was twice rejected by two countries, only for him to find refuge and landed in Morocco. Mobutu Sese Seko, may his soul rest in eternal peace, died exactly after 90 days of living a normal life. His mansion, which had an international airport in it that was capable of landing and taxiing a Concorde, is today, as of the time of this broadcast, a spectacle of shame. The mansion is now a home to bats, to cockroaches, to rodents, to fungi, and any other wildlife insect found its refuge in Mobutu Sese Seko's palace. The runway to his airport, private airport that is currently a straight thistle of paradise. And that forces me beg the question, with the current trajectory that our corruption has taken, I'll just like to ask, where do these politicians take this money? And the few oligarchs munching our coffers are building estates in Tanzania. Some are buying hotels and suites in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, and some are hiding money in tax havens of Central Europe and the Gulf states. One thing I know for sure is that when shit hits the roof, Khartoum, Mogadishu, Gaza, Sala, Benghazi, Bangui, and Goma, if I am just to mention but a few, will haunt your grid and streets and make the above mentioned a joke to our looting politicians. In a view of what your country shall become, why do you loot at the expense of the poor taxpayers' money? And one thing that I'm sure of, and as sure as the sun shall rise tomorrow, is that a day is coming, because we, the young educated, are always saying that when there is no longer anything else to eat, then I kid you not, we are likely going to eat the rich people to whom have amassed wealth meant for public good. How I wish that the politicians should just create an egalitarian society where no one has nothing and no one has everything. But as of the time of this broadcast, our politicians have amassed everything for themselves, leaving the public with nothing. And from this episode, I strongly believe a day is coming that all those who looted this country dry are likely to return everything, just because the country shall be in the good hands of leaders and not politicians. But from where I sit, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well just feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you've been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, you can as well just consider hitting on the subscribe button. Thank you, and may God bless you.